Off the back of that, are you going to self-manage, or are you going to manage? Are you going to give it to an agency? And if so, have you put in management fees? What else are you going to put in? Are you going to put in a contingency for voids? Are you going to put in a contingency for bad debt? And once you've got all that, you can factor in how much cash flow will it produce. Hi guys, it's Arsh, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 3 things that you should be doing when you're taking on a rent-to-rent property. Now, first of all, I need a small favour from you. If you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. Every time I release a new video, you get notified of it. As always, this channel is sponsored by the Property Investor app. If you don't know what that is, it's the UK's first property investment platform which showcases all kinds of deals all over the UK. Whether that's a below market value deal, a rent-to-rent deal or lease option deal, we've got them all in the palm of your hand. Go and check out the Property Investor app. You can either go to our website, which is propertyinvestораpp.co.uk, or you can go to the App Store, typing in Property Investor, and you'll be able to download it there. Now, let's get moving on to it. Lots of people message me and say, I want to take on rent-to-rent, not exactly sure what to do. Now, first thing I'm going to say to you is that with rent-to-rent, everything is up for negotiation. And I say that this is key. Now remember, when you're buying a property, you have no negotiation skills with the mortgage company. Whereas with rent-to-rent, you have the ability to negotiate with the owner. And what can you negotiate on the rent? We can negotiate on maintenance. We can negotiate on the term. We can negotiate on lots of other things. Who's going to do what? How long are you going to have it for? We can negotiate break clause. We can negotiate rent increases or rent decreases depending on what the market does. We can also potentially put in there the option to purchase. So that's one of the beautiful things about rent-to-rent. The fact is that we've got so much flexibility, and you've got to use this flexibility to your advantage by speaking to the owner, understanding what they're doing with the property, what their intention is with the property, how long they're going to be looking to have that property let to you for, and have they got any intentions to sell it in the future. And then as a result of that, you can structure a deal accordingly. Now let's get moving straight on. Let's see if I can move this across. Yes, I can. So now, one of the things that I will say is that with rent-to-rent, always make sure that you've got your breakout clause. And the reason why I say that is that obviously we always go into a rent-to-rent with the intention that it's all going to go well. You're going to make money, landlord's going to make money, property's going to be well looked after, and everything surrounding that. However, there may be scenarios where the property is in really bad condition and needs far too much maintenance. Could be scenarios where tenants not paying you rent and you can't afford now to pay the landlord their rent. So you need to be able to have a facility where you can get out should it not go according to plan. Now, in a lot of my contracts, I have anywhere from a 1 to a 3 month breakout clause. I'm going to put a BOC, breakout clause. And the reason why I say that is because if it doesn't go according to plan, I can give my landlord 1 month or 3 month notice and we can leave the property. Now, if you're to purchase a property, the only way that you can leave or exit that property is by selling it through an estate agent or on the market or through an auction. How long will that take? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months? Whereas here, you give the landlord their notice and away you go. Now, the other thing that I'll make sure is do your calculations. And in your calculations, you've got to understand what have you actually put in for. So have you factored in, obviously, income? Have you factored in all the outgoings? When we're talking about outgoings, we're talking about the rent, we're talking about utilities. Now, utilities is a big one because obviously recently the utilities have gone through the roof. So make sure that you definitely add a lot more money in for utilities. Off the back of that, are you going to self-manage or are you going to manage? Are you going to give it to an agency? And if so, have you put in management fees? What else are you going to put in? Are you going to put in a contingency for voids? Are you going to put in a contingency for bad debt? And once you've got all that, you can factor in how much cash flow will it produce. I've just realised this board makes my handwriting look really bad. Almost like doctor style, but it's not actually that bad in reality. So cash flow, how much cash flow will it produce? And we're looking at it from per calendar month, per annum, and also over the term. And the reason why I want to know that is because if I'm putting money in, so the one thing I want to know is what's my capital input, and then I also want to know, for argument's sake, how long will it take to return my capital? So therefore I'm looking at what's my break-even time. So once we understood what the break-even time is, we can then calculate how long, how long is it going to take to make more money. Then more importantly, how hard will that money work? So what's my return on investment? So these are almost like my key performance indicators, KPI, to understand, is this deal really worth a deal? So these are all the things that I take into consideration before I take on any rent-to-rent. Now, more importantly, one of the big things is the maintenance. What's the general condition of the property? Last thing you want to do is take the property on straight away and get hit with something like a boiler repair. So the one thing I strongly suggest is that you do a full thorough inspection of the property and use that as part of your negotiation when it comes to speaking to the landlord about all the different terms. So use this as part of your negotiation so that you can understand, do you need a long term? Do you need a short term? Can we negotiate on the rent there? And then also, is there the option to purchase? If so, how much and how does that compare? And then off the back of that, also understand that point there as well. So there we have it, guys, just a short video. Hopefully this is just almost like a mini bullet point telling you things to look out for when you're taking on a rent-to-rent property. I really want you to do well from rent-to-rent, as it's treated me really well. But more importantly, if you do it correctly, it is a phenomenal strategy. So as always, guys, I've got lots more free content out there. Go and check out a podcast that I release every Tuesday. It's called The Property Rebel. It's available on all podcast store, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, just some of the places that's there. Please feel free to leave me a review on the podcast store. As well as that, connect with me on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram and Twitter and Clubhouse, all under the handle of Arsh. And as I suggested at the start of this video, this channel is sponsored by the Property Investor app. It's the UK's first property investment platform which showcases all kinds of deals all over the UK. So whether you're looking for that B&B deal, whether you're looking for that rent-to-rent deal, we've got them all there. Go and check out the Property Investor app. You can either go to the website, propertyinvestorapp.co.uk, or you can go to the App Store, type in Property Investor and download it from there. It really is as simple as that. Well, on that note, guys, really hope that this video's helped. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Thank you and bye-bye.